And a very good morning. Welcome along to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Where are we? Middle of the week already, aren't we? Hump Day. It is Wednesday, and it is another jam-packed day of shows. We have got so much lined up for you. And yes, guys in the gallery, already getting very excited. Not a jam-packed day, but a Jan-pack day. More of that's coming in just a second, but of course we kick off with Wake Up Call right now, where we're going to preview everything that's coming up right throughout the day. Then a little bit later on, 2 o'clock, we've got a launch day with a product I know you guys have been waiting for. You were getting very excited last night when we previewed it on Launch Party, and then 6 o'clock this evening we're going all silhouette in Creative Cravings. Extended shows today as well, because we will be welcoming back a lovely guest who was with us yesterday. So you've got 2 hours now, 3 hours at 9 o'clock Eastern and 3 hours at 1 o'clock Eastern as well. But who joins me over the course of the day today? Well, two of my absolute faves, jam-packed, because the lovely Jan is here, and your favourite from yesterday, the lovely Sharon from Dawn Bibby Creations. How are we?
Fantastic. Good to be back, honestly.
I bet you say that to everyone, that they're your favourites.
No,
he's like Bruce, isn't he? Like Bruce Forsyth.
But I only mean it with you guys, though. I might say it to everybody else, but I only mean it with you guys. Jan, first up with you. Lovely to see you back.
Thank you.
And you've got a very exciting show coming up.
I sure have, yeah. Those templates, I was watching them previewing last night, and I know there's so many people out there are going to love them. They're so easy to use, especially for people that don't have a die cutting machine. It's bringing a 3D element to the table that you just literally need. Pencil, ruler, scoreboard, pair of scissors. You know, so simple.
Yeah, and wait till you see what you can create as well. And we actually worked with the original designer to bring you these licensed products as well. So you're going to absolutely love them, and wait till you see what you can create. That's coming up as well a little bit later on from 2 o'clock, full launch on that. And Sharon, you're back with us as well. Didn't put you off yesterday.
Yeah. So I'm back.
But new goodies today you've got for us, haven't you?
I have, yes. I've just got a couple of samples here to show you. So we've got vintage toys. We're starting with the vintage toys. He's been our bestseller when we've brought Teddy Bear onto air before. He's timeless, isn't he? Everyone loves a teddy bear. Everyone loves a cuddle with a teddy bear. Yeah. So we're doing vintage toys, and then we are moving on to our botanicals. And again, everyone loves flowers.
Beautiful.
We just love flowers, don't we? Should have got some flowers in your hair, Ben, I was thinking as well. That would have been good.
Maybe for later, eh?
And then we've also, if you love bumblebees, there's bees in the I Love Bumblebees. I think Erin is my twin from what she's saying in my ear. So yeah, bumblebees as well. So it's all about nature and flora and fauna. So
lots to get stuck into. There's dies, there's stamps, there's stencils. Oh, there's all sorts of loads and loads of cardstock for you coming up as well. So hit the website, have a good look, and hit the Shop the Day button. You can see everything that we've got coming up for you right throughout the day today. Plus, of course, Gemini season continues. You'll find more details about that on the website, and our deal currently is on the Gemini Mini. We were chatting about this yesterday, and it proved so popular. Basically, you're going to get your hands on the Gemini Mini machine, simplicity without the electricity. And this time around, we're also going to give you a little bit of a mystery bag as well, or a mystery box you're getting there. You're going to get a set of free dies and embossing folders worth over £20, worth over $35. So if you're in the market for a handy little portable machine, maybe you're quite new to crafting and you want to take your first step on the road to die cutting and embossing, the Mini is such a brilliant machine. You get the power and precision you'd expect from our electronic machines in a portable machine as well. So that deal live for you on the website. As always, we are live and interactive today. Radical Rachel is on the socials today. Already saying hi is Georgianne Curley, saying hi Ben and Jan from Clearwater, Florida. Also to the Soup TV family and crafty friends. We've got Tracy in the house today. Producer Jamie will be back later on, but steering the good ship craft for the first 2 hours, we have got the lovely Erin, producer Erin. And also, and also we've got Nicola on the ones and twos, on the joystick, on the buttons. Patty, they want to be known as Flora and Fauna today, apparently. Which one's which, though?
I was just going to say which one's which.
Okay, so Nicola is Flora and Erin is Fauna. All right, Flora and Fauna. in the gallery today. Rhiannon says, hi, Lord Ben, Jan, the CTV and crafty friends from a chilly Ballarat, Australia. I hope you're all well. We are. Patty's in from Michigan. Linda joins us from Maryland. Jerry says, good morning all from southern, what is it? Maryland. Maryland.
Maryland.
What is it?
Maryland?
It says Maryland.
Maryland. It does say Maryland.
Yeah, but how is it pronounced? Maryland.
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 Maryland. Everyone is just going,
Just hear in my ear, Maryland.
Maryland. Maryland. Well, Jerry, welcome from Maryland. And Kathy Meyer says, hello all from Missouri. Missouri. Am I correct? Okay, good stuff, good stuff. It's lovely to have an American in my ear taking the mickey out of my American pronunciation. But let's get cracking. Right, hang on a minute. Right, genuine look of surprise here. Sometimes I don't look at prices of items that we're selling, and I have just seen the price for these templates on the screen, and I can't believe
what you're seeing.
What I'm seeing. I almost feel like it's a mistake. The 3D template collection, Fauna is just checking to see that this is correct. 62 templates to build 2 boxes and a bow card. And whilst I've got the product here, I think it's very, very good to go over and see Jan straight off, particularly when you see the price, because I want to show you what you can create with these. Amazing.
We just had a little tour around the room then, didn't we?
What's Floral up to in there?
Honestly, I've been playing with these all week, Ben, and they are an absolute delight, honestly. This is something that I've seen people making in the past.
Yeah.
I never known where to start. So, oh my goodness, it looks complicated. But honestly, with the template, it is literally cutting and sticking. It's as simple as that. And we're going to talk you through. This one's actually one that I did as a sample.
Okay.
I'm going to do this as a demo first for you on Wake Up Call, but I'm going to use different papers just to show you how different it looks. But look at the depth, that 3D element to it. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. And then you can make, even gives you the template to make the card to pop it, but you could put it on a square card, you could put it on top of the box.
Wow.
You know, lots of different things. It could even be a home decor decoration.
Yeah.
So that's just one of the templates, the bow, which allows you to make the card. Then we've got this gorgeous little tulip box, which is really, really pretty. So on the bottom of here is actually a gift box. If I open this from the front, you can see there's room inside there to pop some goodies in there. So whatever it may be, whether it's chockies in there, nice little piece of jewellery, a little silk scarf, it could be something for the fellas. I'm trying to think of something. What would you put in there, Ben?
A cravat.
A cravat, of course.
Cufflinks.
Of course, to go with his waistcoat.
Yes. Do you know Becky Swan made me a cravat?
Pair of cufflinks. Who did?
Becky Swan's made me a cravat.
Did she? Fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, just decorating it up and adding the detail at the top. You could pop some tissue paper inside there and pop something else in. And this is just one of the ways it'll go together. So that one's the tulip box. That's the second in the collection. And then also we've got that gorgeous little butterfly gift box as well.
Amazing.
So again, all the 3D aspect to it. And you've got 2 boxes in there. When that opens up, you can see the detail inside, but the little boxes themselves open to actually create another little compartment for you to pop something nice in there for the person that it's going to. So 3 separate templates there with the bow, the tulip box and the butterfly box. And we're going to talk you through all these during the course of the day, but I'm actually going to demo. I couldn't resist that bow this morning just to get you sort of dipping your toe in there.
I would get in quite quickly as well, because from judging what producer Fauna is saying, these are flying out the door already. And when you consider it 6 o'clock East Coast and 3 a.m. Pacific time, that is amazing. £19.18 platinum. $24.76. If you've joined us today because you are here to watch Sharon from Dawn Bibby Creations, don't forget you can sign up today to Club Inspire and receive 20% off your first order. You'll see this little sign here at the top of the website. Click on it, join the club for free. Get 20% off your first order, get 250 points to start you off as a bronze member, and then for every £1 you spend, you receive another point. The more you spend, the more you save. Lots of love already coming in for these. Panda Craft says, I love that gigantic bow card. Cheryl Kay saying, these are so cute. And Jan, it is good to see you. She also goes on to say, it's good to see Jan, isn't it? And Julie Statham on YouTube says, I bought the Mini a few weeks ago, so the Mini's on a great deal today, as my first foray into card making, and I'm hooked. hooked. Definitely a good entry product. The mini is a great place to start, Julie, as you've just said, and it is on that deal on our website, as I've said for you right now. Details at the bottom of your screen if you want to grab that. $29.99, $44.95 with the free dies and embossing folders worth over £20, $35. Let's get right into this, because I know what the a lot of people will be saying. You'll be like, oh, these are amazing. Like, the finished product looks fantastic. But Jan, how easy is it really?
Honestly, it's a little bit of drawing around the template. We can all do that. A little bit of cutting out with your favourite pair of scissors. We're all capable of that. And then the construction side of it. So it doesn't get much more simple. And to have something like this that is so sort of wow factor. Can you imagine that on a mantelpiece for someone's event, whether it's a birthday or an anniversary or a wedding, whatever, you know, it would be centre stage, wouldn't it? And again, you know, to make a nice box for it to pop in, it's a gift rather than just a card.
Absolutely.
So what I'm going to do is recreate this using some different papers, but it's exactly the same format. So let's go through what you get for your money. And the reason that price is so good, Ben, is because they are Mylar templates. They're not metal. So if we was to do this in metalwork as a die cutting system, obviously the price would be much, much higher. And some of those pieces, people are going to need the larger machine, which not everybody's got. Doing it this way and doing them as templates, they're going to last you forever. It's simple to draw. They're nice, simple shapes. There's nothing really intricate that you have to cut out. They're nice, simple shapes. So we're going to start with that 3D bow card, and we're going to pop that one together. So inside your package, you're going to get all the templates that you need, and they're all labelled with a sequence of letters.
Okay.
So let's just pop all that to one side. And on the back of your packet, it talks you through the pieces, so you can double check that you've got everything. You've got the bow elements, you get a background layer, and then a slightly smaller layer to do the matting with, and then the same again for the second bow. This one's actually the tails of the bow. You get the template to make the hexagonal card if you wish, or you could put it on a square card, and then you even get some little decorative elements to put on the front. So that translates into lots and lots of pieces of templates. So I'm just going to pop the little embellishment ones to one side, and then just show you what we've actually got here. And again, all labelled. So if I pop these on my card, you can see there that the largest one still fits on an A4 piece of paper, so you don't need anything any bigger than that. And this is actually your base shape. And then the second one, the B, if you look there, it's just slightly smaller to allow you to do that matting and layering. So you've got that lovely little 1/4 inch border all the way around. Simply cut out, stick down, piece number 1 sorted. And then again, we do the same again. We've got piece C, which is slightly smaller, but the same idea. And then you've got piece D, which is your matting and layering. And I'm going to go through all this separately with you when we do the actual construction. Then you've got piece F, which are your bow tails, and piece E, which is your mat layer. So it's all been done to leave you that gorgeous little 1/4 inch border if you want to mat and layer. And then you've got your hexagon to make the card shape to mount it all on. So that's we'll pop that one to one side for a second. And then you've got those 2 little decorative pieces, which I'll show you how to use these nearer the end of the construction. So also in there, you have got step-by-step instructions to talk you through exactly how you need to tackle this. So pop yourself some time to one side. You're going to need a ruler and a pencil and a nice pair of scissors. And if you've not got yourself a good pair of scissors, our large pair of Crafter's Companion scissors are the ones I've been using to cut out my templates with these. All right, so we'll pop all those to one side. And at the beginning, it says use template A, draw around it and cut it out just once. All right, and then use template B and draw around and cut it out once. So I've done a lot of the prep work because obviously we only have so much time here on live TV. So I've drawn, let me just pop those templates in order again. I've drawn round template A and I've got myself a white layer. And this can be any of your cardstock. You can use your all-purpose card, your multi-purpose card. You could use a heavyweight textured card like our 12x12 pads. This one's actually our Nina card. cardstock that I've used here, just to get a little bit more shaping on it. It could even be a pattern paper from a 12 by 12 pad. So if you wanted to do the whole thing in paper and skip the matte layer, you could just do these and it would still work. So all I've done is draw, literally use my pencil, draw around every aspect of that template all the way round. Now, if you want to hold it by hand, you can. If you feel that that's not quite safe, you could use some of our spray adhesive on the back of it like we do with a stencil, and that will hold it in place. Alternatively, just a couple of your little dotty tape pen on the back of the stencil, just a couple of little places, would hold it in place. All I did was just hold it with my fingers, drew around the top section, changed them to the bottom, drew round, and then I've taken my scissors and I've cut that out. All right, so I've literally just gone all the way around, cut it out. Now there is another step on here which I'll come back to in a second, which explains in your instructions. And then I've done exactly the same with layer B. So this would be your patterned layer, and I've chosen some paper from that lovely Enchanted Dreams paper pad there. So you can see that's exactly the same size as my stencil there underneath it. Got the stencil on the back. Okay. And then I'm going to sort of just flip through the rest of the pieces. All right, so we've got piece C is our background. Okay, and then we've got piece D is our pattern paper again, so we're going to mat and layer with those. Okay, and then we've got those bow tails that sit behind the big bow, and again I've cut out the back piece in some white card. And then I've got my matte and layer piece that I've already stuck on in some plain lilac card for this one. So that is really straightforward. There's nothing difficult there at all with those. We can all manage that piece. And then the last one was item G. And again, it talks you through all this on your instructions. Again, draw around, and you need one of them with the tab on, and then you need a second one without the tab. So all I did with that was draw to the top here, draw my what would have been my score line, and cut it off at that. So it gives you one layer that has the tabs to stick the two pieces together, and then the plain layer I've literally just got without the tab. Now there isn't actually a template to do a matte layer for this one, but all I did was draw around it again without the tab, took my ruler and just took 1/4 of an inch increment off each side, and then just cut it out a wee bit smaller to give me a matte layer to fit on the front of there. That one's optional.
Perfect.
Okay, so we're good so far. Let's pop all those back together. I'm going to need piece A and piece C, and I'll show you what we need to do with those when we get there. So very, very quickly then, I'm just going to start and pop some of these bits together. So we need to stick. Just going to grab my Floral glue out of the bag. I didn't get that one out. There we go. Okay.
Deborah's been in touch to say, so pleased to see Jan demoing this.
Oh,
lots of Jan love coming through. When was the last time we saw it? I think it was it last time you were in with me a couple of weeks ago?
Yes, on the Saturday, I think, the last time. I have been up since, but it wasn't one of your days. Who was I with? Oh, Corinne.
Oh, you
Corinne was...
Saturday ago, weren't you?
Yes, yes, she was doing a little bit of presenting last time I was here.
I heard it got very competitive on the
it was a tough one.
Game.
It was a tough one, honestly. It was anagrams, and it was a tough one, I must admit. So again, I'm just going to lay that over the top, and using the wet glue allows you time to just wriggle that into place and make sure you've got that nice border. Any glue that seeps out, with it being the all-purpose glue, will just rub away, and then leave that one to dry for a second. I'm going to do exactly the same with the next layer.
I know you've touched on this already, but worth just asking the question again, because I know people always draw it at different times. Jerry wants to know, is it best to use a paperweight for these or cardstock?
No, well, again, I'll show you the one that I made as a sample, and that was using our all-purpose card, which is a 300 GSM card. All right, so let me just pop that one down. Just on there, we'll just leave those to dry. So this particular sample was made using the stamping card. Okay, and you can see it's got that lovely curve on it there, no problem, if you wish to use that. Also, the papers in our textured cardstock range are just a little bit, I think they're about a 250, 260 GSM. This one I've actually got Nina cardstock, which is only 216.
Right.
So try it with different weights of cardstock and see how well it works, yeah? So, you know, no reason, I thought, right, I'll just try it. Because I've used the heavier weight, I'll try it with the lighter weight and see where we get to. Now, in your instructions, on those back templates, there are some little cut marks in them. So if I pop this on the reverse of here, you can see here, I've got 4, if I just tilt that a little bit to the camera so that you can see them. Let's see where we can pick, there we go, look, you can see here, there are 4 little marks inside. Okay. Now what we need to do, I'm going to do these on the reverse, we need to trace through there and pop those onto the back of our templates. All right, so just on the reverse of A, and it's also on the back of C as well. So again, you can see there, we've got those 4 little pieces. And what we're going to do, we're going to need a craft knife for this part. And we need to pop some little slits in there with the craft knife, and that's going to allow us to actually pop these together. So I'm just make sure that we're actually in place there. I've got my craft knife at the ready, either onto your glass mat or onto a cutting mat. If you want to use a ruler with it, you can. I've just gone freehand with these, and pop yourself a little slit, and that wants to go through both layers right to the front. All right, and I'll show you what we're going to do with those. So again, just over the pencil lines, and this is all on the reverse, so nobody's going to see this part. And if you slip a little bit, I'll show you when we're finished, this is all going to be sort of underneath the makings, the workings of the card. Yeah. All right, so again, all we need to do is those 4 little tiny slits, and we're going to do the same on the back of that smaller piece as well. All right, now this is going to allow us to roll and fold those petals to create the bow shapes, and then we're going to tuck the ends of them through these little slits and secure them to create the bow. Okay. Okay.
Just worth bearing in mind as well for our US viewers, I've just double checked the warehouse clearance page is still live on the website. And if you're looking for core tools like your scissors, like your craft knives as well, there is still that core tools mega value kit available. So just having a little look there for you, the banner is still live on the website, which is very exciting.
So you can see that's gone all the way through there. So just make sure that it's cleared the front as well, because we actually want a gap there to pop those tabs through. So I'm just going to double check that they've gone all the way through. Okay. And say, don't worry if they look a little bit untidy, because it's all going to be sort of hidden inside. Now let me just put the top back on there so that we don't have any accidents. And then what we need to do is I use my bone folder, but you can use scissors. I know some people do it with the back of the scissors. You can use like something round to roll it around. Some people do it on the edge of the desk, but I just use my bone folder just to start giving the card the idea that it wants to curl. Yeah. So we need to get a little bit of sort of shaping into those pieces, and you can see it's just, it wants to do it for you.
You have to teach your cardstock, don't you?
Yeah, you do. It doesn't have a memory of its own, so you've got to sort of, you've got to give it the idea of what you're wanting. Yeah. And again, you know, add your fingers in there as well. Yeah. And you can see how that's starting to curve automatically now. And then we're going to fold it all the way around and tuck this little tab that's left through here. Yeah. All right? So just make sure that you've got some nice shaping on all 4 of those pieces. So I usually start it off with my bone folder and then just finish it off with my fingers. Now I've had my hot glue gun on. I'm just going to bring that one up. Yeah, we're good. Okay. And what we're going to do is from the reverse of this, I've turned it over, take each piece and pop the little tab through the slit here, and then just pull it from the front and work it through. If you need to make it a little bit bigger, just add your craft knife back to it. But you're going to basically bring it all the way through to the front. You can see there where it's popped through that little slit. And then I'm going to pop a tiny bit of hot glue underneath here. Now I've tried this with tape. I've tried it with adding a little bit of ordinary sticky tape to it, but found that the hot glue was probably one of the best ones. But don't burn your fingers with it. We all know how hot it's got.
Yeah.
Okay, you could actually bring in, producer Erin's just saying, could you use the red liner tape? Absolutely.
We've got that on the show as well for you, actually.
It wants to be something that's going to stick well, because this needs to stay. You don't want these popping open. Because of the nature of curving the card, you don't want it popping open. So I found that the actual hot glue works nicely in there. So we're going to do the same on all 4 of those tabs. So just literally feed it from the back. Through that little slit that we've made, pull it through the front. Okay, I'll do all 4 of them and then we'll glue them down together. So pop that one through.
Deborah's ordered, saying good morning everyone from a windy Lancashire. I've ordered the template collection. I'm loving the samples I've seen. Sandra says, oops, I seem to have ordered these. They sometimes fall into your basket, don't they?
They do.
Like this. The main collection proving very popular. I keep hearing producer Fauna saying, oh, another one gone, another one gone, another one gone. Lots of you buying the bow on its own as well. But you can go individually with these. Also very busy right now for the Dawn Bibby Creation goodies that we've got coming up for you. The nesting dies, which we'll show you in around about 35 minutes time, already proving popular.
So I'm just going to hold those down until that glue grabs and make sure that they're nice and set. And that's our background layer then. So again, just shape it a little bit. And you can see we've got the makings of that larger piece here. So this is going to be the first one that fits in, and then we're going to pop the smaller one together in exactly the same way. So I'm going to do this one, Ben. I don't know whether there's anything you want to sort of say while I'm doing this, because this is literally a repeat of what I've just done with that larger one. Exactly the same idea. Curling the petals or the bow pieces, rolling them into that slit and then sealing them again.
Okay, well it's a good point as well. If you guys have got any questions that you want to ask about these, then feel free to get this in. We are live with you right throughout the day today. Let us know what you're shopping for as well. If there's other items that you're popping into your basket, and what are you most looking forward to today on these shows? You can get in touch on Facebook and also YouTube. Sorry, I'm just laughing because I just remembered a conversation that we were having before the show about the correct etiquette of using petrol stations or gas stations. Producer Erin, who's from the US, has been using our petrol stations all wrong since he's been here. She only found out the other day.
Right.
Did you hear that story?
I didn't know.
So you know when you drive into a petrol station, a gas station here, you drive in, don't you?
Yeah.
And all the cars, you face one way.
Yeah.
Don't you? Well, produce it, if you needed to, if your tank say is on the right hand side and you're only free on the left, the hoses will stretch.
Yep.
But you still park one way.
Yes.
Producer Erin, if she hasn't got the pump on the right side for her car, she will drive into the gas station. She'll drive in like that, and then she'll go past the pump, and then she'll turn round and drive this way and park against the
opposite way.
Oh, can't do that, can you?
Oh.
And apparently Nicola was the person that was with her who saw her do it and had to tell her the error of her ways.
Oh.
I'm surprised you haven't had the guy at the gas station getting on the tannoy going, excuse me, the lady at pump number 3, you need to turn your car around. You can't do that here in the UK. So yeah, she's just found out. She did get a few funny looks though, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah. But apparently in the US, it's like a free-for-all in the gas stations there. You can literally just drive in whichever way you want to.
And just go whichever way you want, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we learn something new every day, don't we? We do. Don't do it again, Erin.
Okay. So that's the second one there then, and again, just bring those sort of bow elements slightly forwards, and this one's going to nest now inside this one. So you can see here how we've got the two pieces coming together to make that bow. Beautiful. So very, very quickly then, I'm just going to mat the rest of it. That was the little bit that takes a wee bit more time. The rest of it is literally just popping it together.
And just to reiterate, red liner tape is good because Sandra said the red liner tape sounds good for me because my fingers do not fare well when
Absolutely,
I use the hot glue gun.
You use whatever is your preference, honestly. I like my glue gun. I use it an awful lot, and I don't think I've got any feeling left in my fingers, Ben. They're either made of asbestos or they've just got no sensory feeling feeling left because the number of times I've burnt them over the years. But yeah, whatever suits you, as I say, whether it is your red liner tape, whether it's your double-sided tape pen, which is a strong glue, whether you want to use a wet glue in there, you have an experiment and see. You know, you've got 4 elements twice. Have a go with different adhesives and see which one suits your style best. As long as those are secure, because you don't want them to pop back out of the reverse. That's all it needs. So I've popped my matten layer on there. Next, we're going to bring the bow in. Okay, now again, whether you want to have that flat or raised is entirely up to you. Just for speed, I'm going to stay, and I'm using my all-purpose glue as a wet glue because I call it a construction glue, because it really is sort of fit for purpose. When it dries really sturdy, and you know that if you're making something like this, the last thing you want is for somebody to open it in the box and bits of it fall off. Okay. And then, because we've got a little bit of depth with this one, I'm going to pop some foam pads on the back of here. So let me just pop the glue gun to one side. So I've
question from our Rachel as well. It's a good question. Do you reckon you could use the main bow parts and cut out things like faux leather or similar and stitch together? Would you do that?
I don't see why not. Yeah, you could still draw around it on the reverse, couldn't you, and cut it out?
Great.
Ooh, that's a great idea, isn't it? I'd actually do them in different textures. Ooh. Right, now then, I've got my producer Erin counting down in my ear.
Oh, she's doing
and
a
I feel as if I'm on Beat the Clock.
I know.
Right, so number 1 then. Literally, I'm just going to hold it over the top, and this is roughly the size of your card blank. So just get that inside, and then pop that one down. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. So we need a couple of little pads on the back of this one. There's plenty of dimension with this. It really is a showstopper, I think. Okay. And then this one's going to go in the centre. Okay. Imagine this done in sort of, you know, wedding colours, and done maybe on the back of the chairs for weddings and things like that.
Idea. Yeah, that's a gorgeous
So that is
idea.
the construction part of it with all the templates.
Yeah.
And this is all explained step by step on here. And we've got over the back, we've got as far as actually assembling it all the way right up to step number 16. It's literally, as I've gone through it, it is step by step. And then those last 2 pieces that were left, I've cut these out again, and I've gone with the plain lilac to cut shape I. So you've got a nice decorative piece now that's going to fit in the gap here. And then you've got an oval shape, which I've cut again just out of some pattern paper that was left, which is going to matten layer on here. And then the little one inside here, you've got, rather than give you a separate template, we've got the means to make that smaller oval. So these all matten layer beautifully. So again, I'm just going to take the tape off the back of here. Okay. And pop these together.
Just to let you know, Margaret says, how much are these individually? They're $9.99 individually, or $12.95. So may as well get all 3 of them when you look at it like that.
So that one's going to go in the centre like so. Yep. We're going to pop the sentiment, and the sentiment, I've just picked something out of my stash. I know we've all got a range of sentiments, whatever sort of occasion you're working with. I've just literally coordinated that. So that's going to go in the centre, and then that is basically the card itself. Fantastic. And then I've just made a few extra embellishments to pop with it, and I'll explain why when I pop that last piece in. I've got some little die cuts from some of our extra pieces there.
Oh yes.
Just little flowers. We've all got flowers in our stash.
Oh yes.
I've got some little stars there. And then this is from one of our ranges, which has got the sprigs and the foliage in, just in colours that match. And this literally is just, you know, putting your own spin on it. So what I want to do now is just flatten it back down a wee bit. Now, in the centre, we're going to need sort of a little stash of these. All right, so I'm actually going to start and layer them up. I'm going to put 2, take these off, and then I'm going to add another 2, and then I'm going to make it 3 high. Because you've got quite a lot going on, and that the depth and the dimension of the bow, this bit won't fold flat into the middle. So what I'm doing is building up my foam pads so that they're at a height that I can pop that one on top. All right, so you can see now, if I hold this, you can see that dimension here. just here where I've put the foam pads, and this bit's now going to fit in there. Okay. Now I'm just going to, again, just for security, pop, although my glue gun's getting low, let me just pop another one of those in the back there. I'm just going to pop a couple of bits of hot glue on here, just for security.
Okay.
And then literally this one is going to sit, make sure we're in the right way. This one's just going to press down now and hold it in there. You can see that centerpiece. Now, I said I'd to explain why I'd done all the decoration. You can leave it here. That is your template as it's done in the packet. But I didn't like the fact that I could see down the back there and see all the workings. So all I've done is just taken lots of little embellishments and literally play to your heart's content.
Yeah.
You know, however you want to pop them, there's no hard fast rule with embellishing something, whatever suits your style. And I just wanted to sort of build up a little bit that covered some of that, the fact that there's so much going on behind there. So I've done 2 sets of flowers, one for the top, one for the bottom. And if you are using a glue gun, I know I've mentioned this before, some people don't like the glue guns because of all the little glue strands. But when you've finished your project, if you get your heat tool out and just give it a quick blast, all those little strands of glue just dissolve and disappear. Okay, as long as you don't leave it on too there.
Project the last.
Just give the whole thing a quick blast with your heat tool. Doesn't need to be very long. You don't want to start distorting the card, but the glue will just, because of the heat, the glue will just disappear. So those little strands that you get will just disappear into sort of the ether. So again, I'm just popping these on really quickly, just so that we've got that decoration going on. We'll have one up there.
I like Treasure Heart's idea of using this bow to make a Christmas tree topper.
Oh wow, that would look stunning, wouldn't it?
Christmas papers, yes.
Absolutely.
Lovely idea.
Yep. And then the little sprigs, I'm just going to stick in the back here, just for an extra bit of, whoops, a little bit further than that, extra bit of decoration. So we'll go alternate with the lilac, and then I've got the blue. I just picked out a little bit of turquoise as a contrasting colour because that's in that paper pad from the Enchanted Dreams collection, which I think we've got on one of the shows later on. Yep.
We've got lots of paper pads actually on the Shop the Day page if you want to look for 12 by 12s as well. That is a good place to have a little look, and we'll pop up the details of that as well for you on the screen. Now, there it is.
And pop the little stars in as well. And these are just die cut, whoops, from one of my dies. Just to add, that one doesn't want to stay in there for some reason. Sit down.
With lots of you chatting about Christmas embellishments on these now as well. Sandra's saying I can see this with.
It's not going to be long, is it? We tend to do Christmas in July, don't we? So it'll not be long before it's making an appearance.
Erin's just saying yes, Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's that. Yeah, I like that idea.
Little candle in the middle, maybe. Lots of lovely ideas coming through.
Right, so let's move all the gubbins to one side.
Gubbins.
Make sure you can see all my gubbins, and then we'll stand that one up for our Nicola to have a look at, and you can see. Now, I know I had some of that cut out in advance, so if you add a little bit of time on for the cutting out, but you can see we had about 20 minutes-ish to pop it all together, so add the time for the cutting out. It's not a massive amount, but the thing I liked is this allows people to access wow factor crafting if you don't own a die cutting machine, because not everybody out there's gone to the extent, everybody's not got the budget for a die cutting machine, but you can produce something really beautiful that's going to wow the recipient without a doubt, without actually going anywhere near your die cutting machine.
Yeah, absolutely true, and it's crafting for everybody as well, as you've seen. Like, it's achievable for everybody, and it's amazing, isn't it? I still fall into the old trap now, even having worked in craft for so long. You see the finished product and you think, there's no way I could do that. But when it's broken down step by step, you see how simple it is to achieve. You know that everybody can achieve these creations that you're going to be able to make with your 3D templates. And don't forget, we work with the original creator directly to license these designs, to bring them to you, to bring them to a wider audience, and they really are truly amazing. Like Jan said, the great thing is, again, is you get step-by-step instructions within the product, and you'll also get a link to the Magic Hands video as well. So you'll be able to watch that video. I'll name check him because he'll tell me off if not. It's our lovely Brent, who's popping up everywhere at the minute, isn't he? He's in all the magazines. He's doing the Magic Hands videos. I mean, seriously. I bump into him every time I walk down the corridor. No, but you can watch that video with Brent with the Magic Hands. So you've got plenty of inspiration there. And hopefully you've seen with Jan's brilliant first demo that it's really, really achievable. These are flying out the door. A lot of you are going individually. I think the majority of you are sort of seeing, hang on, $9.99 for one or $12.95 for two. I'll go for the bundle. Save the 20%, save the extra 20% if you're a Platinum member. Get these checked out. Really busy as well for other goodies that we've got coming up for you later on. We've got Sharon from Dawn Bibby Creations in just a little while, and I can tell you the lace frames that we've got coming up are already hugely popular, and also we're going to be showing you some really, really lovely vintage toy stamps and dies, and I know the teddy bear, which Sharon showed you at the top of the show, is already proving very, very popular, which just goes to show we all love our teddy bears, don't we? We're going to take a short little break right now, give you opportunity to check out your baskets. Good opportunity as well to get any questions in that you want to ask, and we will come back with more inspiration in just a couple of moments.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
So many lovely comments coming through, which delights me because I know that you guys are loving the brand new product. Thank you for all of the messages about gas stations. Lillian says, how long has Erin been in the UK? I mean, how long? Yeah, 2 years. He's been getting it wrong for two years. Wow. Denise says, it's like that here in Trinidad as well at the gas station. Whatever side you want, lol. It's not like that in the UK. Carol Cooper says, oops, I accidentally bought that template set. Sorry, not. Miriam says, lovely bow, and you can produce that for so many occasions. Yeah, I mean, you think about how many occasions that is going to be suitable for. You'll use it year round. How quick and easy as well. Beautiful Jan, says Deborah. Sue Ellen says, Jan is the perfect person to demo these cards and boxes because she explains the directions well. Very thorough.
Thank you.
I was saying about that about you yesterday, Jan. Very, very thorough with all of her explanations. And Kathy Meyer says, I've got my order in, ready to be watching Jan. Keep those comments coming through. We love it when you send those lovely comments through. And any questions that you've got as well, of course, ask them because that is what we are here for. We're live and interactive to get those questions answered. Now, later on Creative Cravings, I'll be doing lots when it comes to silhouettes. Silhouettes is the name of the game, and this collection is lovely because it's a 35% saving for you. £78, $89 comes down to $50.66 or $58.30. Platinum price here is $40.53 for our UK viewers, $46.64 if you're shopping in the US, and you get here a selection of beautiful stencils and stamps to create the most stunning scenes. They really are phenomenal. And what I love about these the most is not only do you get your scenery, I suppose, in the way of your stencils, but you get all of the characters there as well to totally personalise the scene to how you want it to look. And I love all of the detail here because this scene here, which is called Beautiful Moments, is the little girl on the swing with the puppy dog. You can have the little cat there as well, and it's just the little things that you can have. That's like a little hands on the swing there, isn't it? That you can sit her onto. You can have the little dog and the cat sat next to her as well. But the whole point is you totally personalise these scenes to how you want them to look. I mean, how gorgeous is that? Strength and Love reminds us always of a certain film. But you get some beautiful scenery once again with your stencils and your masks there, with the ability to pop in the moon if you want as well with that stencil here. You've got the stencils to create the sort of background and foreground, whether it be mountains or clouds, and then you've got all of the different animals in there as well to build up that gorgeous scene. Then we go a little bit more sort of fantasy, if you like, really. Follow your dreams with that gorgeous unicorn. Again, you've got the ability to design this exactly how you want it to look. You've got some beautiful sentiments in there too. We then go underwater with Believe in Yourself. I mean, again, how gorgeous is this? You decorate that scene up to have, you know, that coral reef in there if you want. You can pop in even more detail with the little stencils here with the bubbles. You've got mermaids. You've got the little the dolphin. Sorry, I delayed there on porpoise.
Oh dear, oh dear.
And then you've got a porpoise. Is it porpoise? Porpoise.
A porpoise.
Porpoise. Yeah, I was right, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Porpoise.
Porpoise.
Tortoise. Porpoise. And what do you say in the US? Tortoise. Tortoise. Porpoise. Anyway, you've got a turtle, because that's not a tortoise, is it? It's a turtle. Definitely a turtle. Turtle. You get loads. I'm sure this is more than you got in the original bundle. I'm probably wrong. I've not seen it for a while. Magic is in Your Heart. So this one again is the fairy. But if you want the fairy flying, you can. If you want to have the fairy on the toadstool, you've got the ability to do that as well. And then lastly in this collection is the You Are the One. And again, how super cute is that? Build up your scene for all sorts of different occasions. You've got the couple having a little kiss there, look under the umbrella, or you can have them hand in hand, walking through the street there, and you design the scene exactly how you want it to look. There is so much as far as possibilities are concerned with these sets. 73 elements in total with a 35% saving today. And I think when you think of all the scenes that I've just shown you there, you've got something, Jan, really, haven't you, for all occasions?
Absolutely, and it covers, you know, like depending on what colour you do these with, you can make them look totally different. And again, the fact that they are a stencil, you've got that forever. They will wash with sort of warm soapy water or just a baby wipe if that's how you prefer. Work beautifully with our water reactive inks. I'm going to use a little bit of the quick dry ink on there as well for part of the stenciling, so absolutely perfect. I've just got one or two samples showing you those ideas. You know, you can see all that's been done with ink and a stencil, and then we've just got a little bit of vellum with the stamped sentiment on there. That's a different version of the You Are the One. You can see there you've got that lovely little couple hand in hand, and then the sentiment on there. We've got your little porpoise. I just think that one's gorgeous. That looking into there with all that sort of foliage around the side, the sea foliage. Yeah. We've got the unicorn in there again, very sort of fantasy feeling in that one.
Love that.
Yep. And then look at this with the two little kitties sat there.
Oh,
how cute is that?
Two kitties on the
swing. Two kitties, or even the dog.
The dog
and the cat. Yeah, beautiful. Yep, all done there with those inks and stencils, and then we're going to demo that beautiful fairy. So we're going to have a look at the Magic is in Your Heart there.
Beautiful.
So you get everything in there that you're going to need to do that. So in your kit, you're going to get your stamp set. All right, here, let me pop that on the white card so that you can see that. And we're going to use the lady on the toadstool for this one. 3 beautiful sentiments in there, and then you've got the flying fairy again with the little dandelion. So that's the stamp set, nice big stamps to use. And then you get a selection of stencils and templates sort of things. So depending on what area you want to work with. So for example, I'm going to bring in, I've actually been playing with my water reactive inks here, and I've made a background using the fuchsia and the parakeet there.
Cosmos.
Now you've seen us do this loads and loads of times. I've just used my ink tools and literally applied the ink, and then because they're water reactive, you can flick your water at it and it bleaches out. All right, so we've actually done the background, and I've cut that down to size to fit my card blank that I'm going to work with here. So this is going to be the back of the card, and then we're going to work on this piece here. All right, and we're going to add some detail. So for example, if I wanted to stencil the trees into here, which is what we're going to do, we're going to place that one over the cardstock and ink through here, and we're going to bring the black ink for that one. I've got the quick dry black ink to go through the stencil, and I'm just going to use that with an applicator through the stencil. Now it may be that you've not done as much inking in the background and you wanted to add some more detail, so then you get the mask element that will cover up the artwork where you've just done the trees and allow you to then work in what was actually covered up with this bit. Does that make sense? Yeah, so you can now sort of confidently cover up the area that we've just inked and then work in the gap kind of thing. And then you also get in there a couple of little ones, and I think these run through most of them, where you get again a stencil if you wanted to create a moon to give a little bit of you can see in that sample that I had here in the background you've got that moon. Again, if you want to work around it, you can mask out that moon and work around it. So you've got both pieces to the stencil there, and again you get the little clouds in there. So if you wanted to create some clouds, or if you wanted to mask out and work around the clouds, those come through as a theme through most of it. So what I'm going to do then is take my piece that we've got ready. Now I've actually got my part of my stencil on a piece of acetate purely because I've used, and I'm just going to grab as quick as I can down here, my stick and spray. So the aerosol adhesive, which is a repositionable adhesive, is brilliant for the back of these, and that's why I've just stuck it onto the acetate so that it doesn't stick to everything else, because you only need to apply this and you'll get several goes out of it. You don't need to apply it every time you use it. You can still see that that's really sticky from when I've used it before. Okay, now this is actually slightly bigger than my card, but that's not a problem. I'm literally just going to pop it where I need it and then just give it a press down, and that's actually in place now. I don't need to worry about it. Take your chosen ink, whatever it's going to be, load up that applicator, and then we're literally going to start working through. Now the reason I like to pop the adhesive on the back of these is you can see there are a lot of little pieces in your stencil, and if you catch those, like this one for example here, if I can just, you can see here, look, we've got that bit's quite delicate. If you were to catch that with your brush and actually flip it over, you don't want to damage the stencil. So just by popping them down with that little bit of adhesive, it does help A, with the positioning, and B, sort of looking after your stencil so that you've got them there to keep using. So all I'm doing is over the top, and you can build up that colour by adding more layers. Obviously, again, you know, we only have so much time when we're working here. So again,
and what are you inking onto there, did you say? So
this is sorry, I didn't mention that. This is actually watercolour card. Now your all-purpose card would work as well. All right, your multi-surfaces. Whether you want a smooth finish or whether you just like, I like the watercolour card for that slightly textured finish. So either of them will work. Again, we're working with water-based products, so they're both. You want something that's going to withstand the fact that we're applying a lot of ink, which has essentially got a water base on it. All right, so something like I wouldn't go for something like Nina on this occasion because it's a lot sort of thinner.
Yeah.
And obviously once you start applying something that's water-based, you want something that's going to rise to the occasion. So I've just been round once there. At home I would probably go around a second time just to darken that up a wee bit. I'm now covered in black ink. I knew I was going to end up getting inky in this show. It's something that happens. I'm just going to take the excess off so that I don't transfer it onto...
Shows you're having fun though, doesn't it, if you're getting messy?
Honestly, I always say you've not had a good day if you're not covered in ink at the end of it. In my world anyway.
Yeah.
Right, and then when we take this one off now, just again, be really gentle with your stencil. Just make sure that lifts up nicely. Because it's stuck, again, we've got... But the adhesive doesn't damage your card.
That's
and then
magical.
I'm going to lay that back on my acetate.
I love
and
it.
if there is any little bits of adhesive there that have come off the stencil, it just rubs away.
Yeah.
So you can see there we've got that lovely scene started to create. And then the next thing I need, sorry, I'm just going to grab my stamping platform. I didn't get that out earlier.
Oh,
Try
the
not to knock
stamping
everything.
platform, must just throw this one out. The magnetic is our hero tool for creative cravings. What I will say, we don't have a lot of stock of it because it comes with some free multi-purpose cardstock. And that could potentially sell out before we even get to creative cravings because you get your magnetic stamping platform and you get free multi-purpose card within it. So it's just $24.99, $29.99. It's a great day to pick that up. And as we always talk about, I think pretty much in all of our experts, well, certainly top 5, probably top 3 of core craft room tools, that stamping platform, isn't it?
This is number 1 on my list.
You, yeah.
It used to be my glass mat. I always just consider that my sort of most used piece of equipment. But then when they brought out the stamping platform, the glass mat got sort of resigned to number 2, and this is number 1. I use this for all my stamping now. Even if I'm just stamping a little sentiment, still get this out purely because you've got that option to overstamp if you miss a bit. It's really hard to line something up and overstamp if you've not got the mechanism to do it. So all I've done then is I've taken the fairy that was on the toadstool, popped it in position where I want it to go, and this is the beauty of these, you know, you can literally just pick that up now ready, and then we're going to pop some of that quick dry ink on here. And again, just a top tip for your quick dries, they are on a sponge applicator.
Yeah.
So you don't need to press down. It's like what I call kissing the stamp. You can feel it sort of like stick and pull away. If you press down really hard, all you're going to get is an awful lot of ink. Now the system with the platform will allow that not to transfer to your project. The way that it's been designed, it won't transfer, but I just think you're wasting your ink pads. And I've had to teach myself that because I am quite heavy-handed.
But the genius of this, of course, is it's almost better to put less on because you can go back in, can't
Absolutely. And I'm going to give it a couple of layers just to build, because these are a silhouette stamp, you want them to be really dark. All right, so we've got that first layer in there.
Have a look.
You see, there's just that little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to ink up again.
No problem there, is it?
And I'm just going to build up that depth of colour because I want it to be really nice and dark in that centre area. So again, it's going to go in the same place.
Yep.
Little bit more pressure. And you can do this as many times as you wish to actually get this right. And that's the beauty of having the right equipment for the job.
Yeah.
So you can see when we pick it up now, there's still a little bit of element in there. So let's give it a third go and just make sure it's nice and black. Now you can use your water reactive ink for this, you could use your opaque pigment and then add some clear embossing powder to it, would look really nice. Maybe a sparkle embossing powder, with it being a fairy, would look really nice. I'm just going to leave this as plain inked. So with that third application there, we should have that nice depth in it. Okay, and then literally I'm going to use that piece now to make my card. So we had the card blank and the matte layer at the ready there. I'm just going to pop those together. All right, so using my tape pen this time, literally just going to pop some of the double-sided tape around the layers, layer this up, and then I've used one of the sentiments from that kit just to add a little sentiment on there to finish. Nice and simple, letting that stencil do all the hard work there. So again, just round the edge there. Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay, and then on here I've taken the Magic is in Your Heart, which is this one. You've also got Make a Wish and You Give Me Wings, which is a nice one as well. So again, just a couple of foam pads on there, and because we're onto an inked surface, I like to just add a little bit of wet glue as well. So just my tacky glue on there, just as extra insurance, and then we're going to pop that one across the top. And keep it as simple as that. So if I turn that one round for you, you can see there, just really, really pretty. Now that background could be any colour. You could have used that moon mask to create a moon in there as well to give it a little bit more atmosphere. However you want to do that. You know, you could imagine that with sort of bright sort of oranges and yellows in there in the background if it was a bit more sort of daytime. Oh. Excuse my fan. I've got the fan on over there. It's blowing everything around. All right, but yeah, change the colours up, looks totally different. And then you've also, don't forget, you could have had, if I bring that other background in, you could just as easily have had that lovely flying fairy in there as well.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Gilmore's just saying, hello, Ben, Jan, Sharon, Crafters team and Crafty Peeps. I'm so happy to see Jan back. Lots of love for Jan coming in today. Miriam says, I love that stamping platform. It's never failed me, ever, in regard to stamping. As I say, it's the hero tool today if you want to grab it with the free multi-use card. What's it called? Multi-purpose card. There we go. Oh dear. Francis, much to learn. There is so much to learn, but you learn a lot here with us, and you're always learning. I feel like I learn every day here, and it's a good place to learn because, of course, we're interactive. You can ask the questions, you can see the demos. It's a great, great place to be. Karen says, that card is beautiful, and Miriam says, that is a beautiful card, Jan. It certainly is, and this is the collection that you want to go for if you want to be able to recreate. This is the set right here, Magic is in Your Heart, that Jan just used, and as she explained brilliantly, of course, you've got the stencils and the mask there as well, so it just allows you to create the backgrounds that you want to be able to create. You know, if you want things like your water reactive ink pads as well, we've got those on the show for you too. Your opaque pigment ink pads as well, of course, would work beautifully, but it's a lovely way with these to build up some gorgeous scenes for all sorts of different occasions there as well. You are the one with the couple. Sorry, we always have a little giggle when we see that one there because it reminds us of a particular show with Debbie Fisher. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. If you know, you know. Then you've got the underwater scene, which is Believe in Yourself. So again, the ability to build up this gorgeous underwater scene. Choose your character there. I love the fact that we popped in the little sort of kelp stencil, and you've got the little bubbles there as well, which I just think really adds to this collection. Then we've got a unicorn laying on his side. No, he's not. He's standing up. There he is. So again, all of the different ways to be able to you know, create this scene, and of course, using the different inks that you've got, you can really make these scenes super, super dramatic. Then we go off to the Savannah for strength and love. Again, so many possible ways there to create a gorgeous scene with all of your animals, the elephants, the giraffe. What else have we got in there as well? What are those little things? Oh, they're just the little cubs, aren't they? Oh,
they're really cute, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And then, oh, they're all sideways now. We've got the girl on the swing. But what I loved most was Jan's card that she showed, because again, my brain never computed. Of course, you can have like the two cats on the swing.
The two little cats together, or the two puppies, yeah.
Super cute. And the way that the little girl there has been designed, you can stamp her to make it look like she's holding on to the swing, or if you put the pet one side, you can have sort of like putting a hand around the pet as well, which is really cute. £40.53, $46.64 is the deal on your silhouette stencils and stamps collection. Oh, what did you get there? Just popped on over.
I did pop on over. I just sort of slid in there, didn't I, from the side?
Slid in from the side. Other goodies that we've got coming up for you on the later show, the Image Sentiment die collection. 12 dies in total, £31.17 is your platinum price, $40 $40 if you're shopping with us in the US. We've got a multi-buy on these as well. Only 2 for £18 or $22. And again, these are really great because, of course, you've got the ability to use them in multiple ways, but it's putting the sentiment at the forefront of your particular project. I know Jan's got some cards to show you, but some lovely sentiments here. If friends were flowers, I would pick you. You've got thanks for everything you do. But the clever thing is, Dan, of course, you've got the outer die, haven't you? So you can create it as a cut-in, or you can create like a topper. A topper if you want to.
Yep.
It's time to celebrate with cake. Lots of cake. This one's gorgeous. Count your blessings. I always think that one would look rather nice. Sort of all foiled up. Yeah, maybe run it for your foil press.
Yes, of course.
Add a bit of your gilding flakes, maybe. Then you've got faith, hope, and love. I had some fun with the gilding flakes the other day.
I've not had a chance to play with them yet. I feel a little bit left out.
Oh, by the way,
yes.
and I know we exchanged comments on the socials. I just want to thank you for giving me the ability and courage to do the craft-alongs, because I showed you that craft-along.
I know. With, amazing. Was it with Michelle? Or was it with Corinne?
It was with Corinne. And all the way through that,
yep.
I was like...
It's my student, aren't you?
Nana Jan, yeah.
My student.
Yeah. She's my Yoda. Craft you will. Teach you I shall. And then you've got the last one here, which is your strength means the world to me. And you've got some love.
They're really nice.
Or your friendship.
They're really nice sentiments, aren't they? They're a bit different, I think, to some of the collections that we've got. So just to give you a few ideas, again, that Count Your Blessings one would be a lovely one for Thanksgiving and things like that, or Autumn Blessings. There's been done with those lovely collection. Then we've got the one with eating the cake.
Oh, yes.
Beautiful.
Oh, I like that with the bunting.
Just pop in a little bit of extra colour, you know, using your watercolour card, using your water pens. And then we've got the Faith, Hope and Love. That's using some elements from our masquerade ball, and then it's been sort of linked in with the colours. I really like that one. I think it's a nice colour combination. And then If You Were Friends, really pretty. Okay, that's the Faith, Love and Hope again. But just look at those. I always like to show these together, like the same die.
Yeah.
But two completely different looks, just by using different sort of colours and styles. And then we've got the Friends Were Flowers again, just popping that one onto a twisted easel there.
Gorgeous.
And then again, thank you for everything you do is always a really nice sentiment, I think, for one that's not necessarily a specific occasion. It's just nice to send that to someone just because you can, isn't it?
Absolutely. And for £31 and change, $40, $40, you can pick up that whole collection. But as you say, you've got it on a multi-buy as well. Sticking on the silhouettes front, we've got your silhouette floral dies. And this is a really, really great deal. It comes to you on a best price ever deal. And these are going to be a 35% saving for you. You've got a lovely selection of gorgeous florals, which of course will work absolutely beautifully when you're creating your own background. So like similar to what you saw a little bit earlier on with those stencils there, these are just going to look gorgeous when you create your backgrounds with things like your water active inks and your opaque pigment ink. So you've got a selection of different florals right there. We're also within this deal going to give you a set of your tricolour aqua markers as well. So this is the way for you again to be able to start creating those backgrounds. A lovely selection of colours. It's 3 pens that you're going to get within each of the sets, but of course 3 pens with the 3 different colours. So you've got the ability to create your own little colour palettes, mix and blend, and create all of these fantastic colours. So you get the floral meadow and your colour basics. And then on top of that, you've got your great outdoors. So it's 9 pens that you're going to get, but realistically 27 different colours. And if you're thinking, oh, could you sweeten the deal by throwing in some watercolour cardstock? Absolutely, you get that included too. So 15 sheets of the watercolour cardstock makes that the best ever price. We've done this bundle for at £38.44 or $50.28. And you've got some finished.
Yeah, we're going to demo those on the later show on Creative Cravings later. I'm going to have a play with the tricolours and the cardstock. But yeah, just to give you some inspiration again, some examples. They're really pretty. Cutting them out of your watercolour card, which is why we popped that in that bundle for you. And then just colouring them with those tricolour aquas. If you're not into the watercolour, you could cut them out of pattern paper. You could actually cut them and colour them with your alcohol pens or pencils. So many different ways. And again, a really really sort of, look at that one, really vibrant there with the poppy in the background. So those are the 3 different ones, but again, I've just got 1 or 2 samples showing you different ways of using them, incorporating them with things that you already have in your stash. So look at that lovely background on there, one of our dies, and then just adding the flowers to the front. And then I really liked the way that this one had been done with all the accordion, with all the tiers with the flowers on, really pretty.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice delicate sort of little die cuts that you can have a play around with there and make a lovely bouquet for someone.
Best ever price on that, $38.44. Don't forget you'll get the tricolour aqua markers and your watercolour card included as well. And we'll show you that in more detail a little bit later on. All those goodies coming up in Creative Cravings from 6 tonight, which is 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. It's just gone 12 o'clock here in the UK, so you're going to take a little break.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. I think you've earned it. You've done very well for the first 68 minutes. So
thank you.
Have the
I
rest
get
of the
rewarded
morning
with a little break.
You do, yeah.
I'll be back to say goodbye later then.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we'll be doing the vote for the demo of the show. Coming up in just a few moments' time, you met her yesterday and she's fantastic. The lovely Sharon from Dawn Bibby Creations will be here. In fact, she's limbered up, she's stretched, she's ready to go. She's been like this. And we'll catch up with her with some brand new goodies to Crafters TV in just a few moments' time.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon. Welcome back, indeed. Welcome back.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm back. I'm all right. I'm good.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, I'm loving the shirt today.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice.
We did chat yesterday. By the way, this is Sharon, as you can see, from Dawn Bibby Creations. I know a lot of you met her yesterday and enjoyed all of her creations. If you're brand new to seeing Sharon, you're going to love all of the shows she's got coming up today. We did chat, didn't we, yesterday, because we had the Jubilee collections.
We did,
and
yes.
As today's collections are mainly toys, I did say I was going to dress up as Woody from Toy Story.
Let me down.
Sorry.
Let me down.
I just couldn't get the costume in time. So the best I could do was put on a flamingo shirt.
No effort.
Anyway, lovely to have you back.
Toy flamingo, okay.
Toy flamingo, yeah, best I could do. We're going to have a look at the rectangle lace frames in just a second, but you have got some new collections to Crafters TV coming as well, haven't you?
We have.
Mainly those toys.
Yes, so it's toys today, and then we're going to go on to botanicals, the floral collection as well, which is gorgeous.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to start off though with these rectangle, the lace frames that we've got in lots of different different shapes and sizes, and these are kind of like we were chatting about these before the show. They're sort of like core craft room essentials, really. These, aren't they?
Yes. Now this is what I call my bread and butter of crafting. You know, you need your tools, you need your glues, you need your your paper, your cardstock, but you also need these for your basic shapes, for your matting and layering. A lot of people, Ben, struggle with matting and layering, especially new beginners. You know, what kind of margins should I use and what shapes? This does the hard work for you. So you're getting a total of 6 frames here.
Okay.
So on this one, we have, oh, am I in the wrong place?
There we go.
So this is your largest one. So this is actually 3 dies here that we've layered up in the white and the silver.
Okay.
These are stunning, these frames. They are really, really pretty. I'd say these are my most favourite frames that Dawn has brought us. Although we do have lots of favourites, but... and then those are your smaller ones as well. So you can also use these to make the card base shape as well. You can make shaped cards out of these too. So a good size for your sentiment, the smaller one. Nice for your focal point there. You can layer these all up as well, Ben, to make, you know, a really stunning card.
Yeah, like you say, great for your depth and dimension as well. And whilst we talk about these shapes kind of being the shapes that you want for your sort of nesting dies, these bring you that added detail of that lace frame, which is stunning. The price as well. I'm sure we've done the prices wrong today, because that's amazing.
I've just seen the platinum price.
I know, right?
Oh my word.
Oh my word.
That's a lot of metal for your money.
It is. And again, if you're here today because of Sharon, because of Dawn Bibby Creations, join up in the club. You can do it on our website and you will get that price today as a first-time customer, £13.59 or $19.71. We've kind of taken all of the sort of shapes that we'd use day to day, so from rectangles to squares next.
Absolutely. So again, you know, beautiful. So same format, just in your squares now, in your different sizes. So you've got 3 different size frames there. Again, really good for your matting and layering. It takes the hard work out for you. So again, we've used the outer die in the gorgeous silver here, and then matted it onto the white with the straight edge. So you've got your filigree edge and you've got your straight edge then. The largest die does come with the outer die, so you can layer that up also as well. But I just think these are really pretty. They've almost got like a lace doily effect to them as well, haven't they?
And like we were saying, you know, yesterday, you think about dies like this, they're just going to work with so many
absolutely, absolutely. So I'm thinking of the gnomes that Michelle had on yesterday, the hummingbird. You know, you need somewhere to pop those images on, don't you? So these are going to coordinate with not only products from Dawn Bibby Creations, but from everything that you have here at Crafters too.
Well, again, you think about, you know, all the Sarah signature collections that you've got, butterflies and the vintage lace, vintage diaries. I mean, these are all going to work absolutely beautifully. So again, £13.59, £19.71. We then move on to the oval. Again, the lace detailing there you've got is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, real elegance there.
Yes.
And whenever I see these sort of oval frames with this sort of detailing on, I always sort of think mirror, mirror on the wall.
Yes, and links back to our Regency collection yesterday as well. That, you know, when you go to stately homes and they've got the ornate mirrors, the frames, so I think they're beautiful, really beautiful.
Stunning. And again, different sizes, which is
so these are the smaller size. Obviously, you can have them round whichever way you want to on your card. And then look at that, you know, so this is an A4 piece of black cardstock. Look how big that is, absolutely stunning. But again, use that to make your base card, you know, make your shaped cards, make your easel cards from that. That is gorgeous. So that's the oval.
And that's just a gorgeous example here on the back there, just to show you again how these will look beautifully layered on top of each other, again to give you a really beautiful sort of 3D effect. So that's your oval, again £13.59, £19.71. And then lastly, we've got your circles, all the kind of relevant shapes that you will use day to day, and again, really beautiful detail. I'll just flip that around again so that you can see how that's going to beautifully matte and layer up for you. And
that's a good point, Ben. You can use these individually, but then you can also stack them up again, alongside each other. Just with a sentiment in the middle, with some of your die-cut flowers round. And again, we've got them on the board here, so you can see the sizes. And again, with the larger die, you do get that outer die as well, so you can then build that up. But I just think these are so pretty. They're so detailed. I mean, you know, we always talk about like a focal image for your cards, but this is really going to make your cards stand out. And also, Ben, we said yesterday, angel-free policy.
Oh yes, always worth
mentioning. So if you're making and selling, you know, at a craft fair, these are going to make your cards stand out, aren't they?
They are.
Really special.
And again, price is phenomenal. $13.59 platinum, $19.71 if you're shopping with us in the US. So get those into your cards. The thing is with these, these aren't you know, dies that you're going to use once and then put away.
No.
These are everyday dies, aren't they?
Yeah,
really?
and I have these, you know, beside my craft desk all the time, because I know I'm going to dip into my frames all the time for everything I'm making. So, yeah. A good basic, a good staple.
Absolutely right. And talking of good basics.
Now, this doesn't look very exciting,
it's not
does
the
it?
most exciting
It
thing,
doesn't
no.
look very exciting,
No.
but this is, you get 50 sheets here, premium white A4 card. It is, let me just check, Ben, 300 GSM. Now, this will take all your stamping, your blending, your inking. We were using the stencils yesterday. This was the card that I was using yesterday. You can spritz on it, you can, emboss through it and then use your inks. It will just hold all your colouring mediums so well.
And it's construction weight as well, isn't it, really?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can make gift boxes, gift bags from it. So, it may not look very exciting, but it's one of those staples that we really need in our crafty stash. And 50 sheets there, that's a good price.
Like 50 sheets for £12.
And the platinum price as well.
£18.56.
Oh my word.
Be stocking up, I'm telling you, be stocking up. Not the most exciting thing that you'll see today, but the kind of thing that you never want to run out of.
No, exactly.
So you might want to multi-buy. And then it gets a little bit more exciting because we then bring
We've got
to
a
you...
bit of colour now.
We've
got a bit of
colour. With your pearl card here.
So these are the pastels. These are yummy. So you've got lilacs in here. You have got like your champagne gold on there. That green is lovely. It's a real spring green, I think, that one.
Look at the shine you get as well.
Oh, yes, absolutely. The pink, we love the pink. It's like a candy floss pink.
Yeah, it is.
So you've got different shades of pink in here, going on to the pale blue, and the camera's picking up the sheen on that so well, isn't it?
That shows you as well, just how beautifully this is going to shine for you.
It does.
I love that.
This was the cardstock we used to emboss with our stencil yesterday as well, Ben.
Yeah.
The pearl cardstock. So it embosses really well, it die cuts really well.
Again, this is
it's a 300 again,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. So great for your construction. Use it for your base cards. Use it for little boxes. All sorts of things.
It's 10 different colours. Again, 5 sheets of each for a phenomenal price. Like value for money wise, that is amazing. And of course, if you've bought Dawn's products before, we're talking like top quality here as well.
Oh, absolutely. Dawn brings to you products that she would like to use herself.
Yeah.
So she brings you quality and value as well. So everything works together for you.
Yeah, and we've got more. We're going to show you next your purples and pink tones. And again, like I love our pearlescent card, but this is like really, really super shiny.
Yeah, it is. Pinks and purples are our very best favourites. We always go to our pinks and purples. So you look at that chocolate purple.
Yes. And again, if you bought any of our Jubilee Regency goodies yesterday.
Yeah, because purple and platinum are the official colours. We're wrong way around. Wrong way around on those. But you've got like a dusky pink in here as well.
Hang on, someone stitched me right up here. There you go, let's get back on track.
And these are the colours we tend to go for in our crafting, when we're doing butterflies and dragonflies, bit of a plum kind of colour there. But again, you've got that pearlescent sheen on, so really, really beautiful.
You want to go back one?
Erin wants to go back. Which one does she like?
That colour you like? Oh, there. That one, the guys in the gallery are cooing over that. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Again, Regency, that reminds me of kind of Victorian times, stately homes, velvet.
Ooh. It's almost like the fact that pearl sheen comes through, you almost get like different colours.
Yes,
sort of in the background of these.
Absolutely. Erin's getting quite excited by these.
I mean, I've never heard her so excited, to be honest with you. Gorgeous colours.
Love that purple too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you're getting 5 sheets. So you've got 10 different colours, 5 sheets of each. So again, a good staple to stock up on with those.
Someone's been in there and messed those around a little bit. I'll have to sort them out.
We'll have to sort them out. We're blaming John.
It was John.
He's not even here.
No, he's the trick is here, what you do, you see, is you just blame
someone who's not here. Okay,
I normally blame Craig. But yeah, we'll blame John today.
Okay. Okay.
And then finally, the greens and blues.
Greens and blues, and I know this has been popular this morning. With people, we've got.
This is all back to front as well. What is going on here? Seriously.
Oh, dearie me. So in here again, 10 different colours, 5 sheets of each, exactly the same 300 GSM pearl card. This is your greens and your blues. So again, these are staples for your leaves. We all, we love making our flowers. We need something for our leaves as well. She's oohing and ahhing in our ear again.
It's like I'm at some sort of firework display.
Yes, it is.
Ooh. Ready? Ah. Ooh.
This is nice because it's kind of a goldy green, this one.
Green, yeah.
Very opulent there. So really nice. This is popular. This is the cornflower blue. That's really popular with our ladies.
Lots of different shades of greens and blues that I've sort of not seen before in cardstock. So again, like Dawn's really sort of thought of like colours which will work beautifully together, isn't
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Hold those for me a minute.
I will.
And give
I
them
will.
Give them a little wiggle. There
Give
we
it a
go.
little wiggle. Shall I try and do a little? I'll do a little flick this way. How about that? There we go.
$13.59 or $19.59 is the deal there. Now, I'm grabbing a load of stuff.
I'm just going to do a little shimmy.
A little shimmy.
Little shimmy.
All right.
So you can see. That's what you need to do, Ben. Look, you need to fan them out like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay. Next time I'll do that. Learn from the very. I will learn. Keith always tells me that as well whenever he's in.
Oh, Keith just he's like a magician, isn't he? He's like magic tricks, Keith.
Yeah. I don't know how he does it.
No, I don't.
Let's talk dies. Now, you talk about, we mentioned earlier on, didn't we, those frames being like dies that you'll come back to day in, day out. Flowers.
Yes. You can't go wrong with flowers, can you? We've got butterflies in here as well, you'll see as we go through, bumblebees. So flowers are, we go to flowers in our card making time and time again.
Yeah.
So here you've got the magnolia. We have cut them out on the silver just so you can see the size of the dies. Now, Dawn's dies always have the debossing as well.
Okay.
It's a more expensive process, and she gets asked, do you really need that in the manufacturing process?
Do you really need that?
Do you need that? And her answer is always, yes, we do. So this is the magnolia. You've got then the other elements to decoupage up on your main focal point, your main flower, so you can create a really dimensional flower. Then we go on to our wisteria.
Look at that.
Check you out knowing the names of the flowers. Well done. Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm great. I'm great with flowers. No, I did know that was a wisteria. I did know that. I have wisteria growing in my garden.
Well done, Ben. Well done. We believe you. So again, you're going to decoupage up all those elements to make a stunning piece. Come on in. What's this one?
Marigold.
No. It needs to be this way round as well, doesn't it? Oh, no, hang on.
No, the other way round.
No, this way round. Sorry, that's me looking upside down. You're now cheating.
Christmas rose.
That's the one.
Yeah.
But I would say you don't have to just use that for Christmas.
Well, no.
And we're going to hopefully get a demo later on today with that, where I'm not going to use it in a Christmas way.
This is the marigold.
This is the marigold. Well done, Ben.
Thank you. Look at that.
That's kind of iconic in your garden, isn't it? Everyone's got marigolds. You know? Oh, okay.
But I haven't got.
It's only got wisteria.
I haven't got much in my garden apart from wisteria and the flooded lawn at the moment. But we'll not talk about that.
Oh dear. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps you need some marigolds to brighten everywhere up.
I think I probably do. And then you were saying earlier on about sort of foliage and sort of garden creatures.
So these little elements here are then going to take you across the seasons because you've got the oak leaf here. You've got the pine cone, so you can give your cards an autumn feel with the flowers. You've got the butterflies, the bees, all those lovely flowers. Mushrooms are so iconic at the moment, you know, in our homeware and our card making, and the daisies. And you've got holly as well in there.
Yeah.
So you can then make your cards for all seasons.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
It is 58 in total, so £54.36 platinum or $72.48. We'll show you some finished cards in just a second, which are over on this shelf. But before we do that, should we have a look at the stamps as well?
Yes.
Because quite clever in a way. The stamp sets, obviously the dies you can get separately.
Yes.
The stamps you can get separately. But if you decide to bundle them up, they'll work together beautifully, won't they?
And also, I think I'm right, Ben, that we have them individually on the show as well.
We do.
So, if the wisteria is your favourite, you may want to go individually for the die and the corresponding stamp set, because then they will correspond with each other. So you can die cut your wisteria and then add the definition with the stamp.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you might, if wisteria is your favourite, like Ben, you might want to go for that as a single set.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you, of course, if you want to go the whole hog, get the two
wrong
bundles
pile,
as
sorry.
well.
Sorry, messing up the...
That's all right. You know what happened yesterday, didn't you? And I just literally ended up having it all over the place. So
we were in a bit of a
yeah, we'll
mess.
try and be neat for now, but you know it's probably not going to continue. So you've shown the wisteria.
Yes.
You've got,
can I just say
yeah,
as well, so you've got the stamp, but look at all the other elements. You've got the text, you've got different greetings on here as well. So these stamps, as soon as I saw these, I thought they're going to be great for backgrounds as well. You know, really getting inky and messy. So that's your wisteria.
And then you've got your magnolia, and like you said, it's great, isn't it? Because you get font, you get little quotes in there as well.
Yep.
And they're big stamps too, so if people want to get into their colouring, these are perfect for
Absolutely, yeah. You can colour these in with your alcohol markers, with your watercolour paints. You know, you're just going to have so much fun with these. Can't beat a bit of colouring in, I don't think.
Absolutely right. Marigolds in here as well. And again, you've given us sort of texture stamps.
Textures as well, with your backgrounds. And they will mix and match these stamp sets as well. So you use the different elements to make your own backgrounds.
Your Christmas
the
rose.
Christmas rose, yeah.
Beautiful, again, different sort of texture stamps that you can get to build up your backgrounds. Lots of lovely sentiments in there as well. Helleborus.
That's the official name for
You
Christmas
don't have
rose.
to tell me that.
You knew that.
I knew that.
Why didn't you say it then?
Well, I don't want to come across as a big head. And then you've got your embellishment stamps as well, which is all your gorgeous foliage and your garden creatures.
Yeah, I loved it. This is my favourite stamp set, I think, this one. Because again, you can use that across lots of different projects. You know, if you just want, if you've got a gap in your project, you just need something to fill it, pop a bumblebee or a butterfly.
Well, like, it's one of the first things I ever learnt in craft, isn't it? Like, you know, if you need to cover up a mistake, or maybe you just need to have butterfly is always good.
Yeah.
Do you want to show some of those finished samples there? Just have a quick little look at those.
So with this one, Nick has used one of the oval frames, as we discussed, to make her shaped card there. So that will stand up there. She's got a hinge on the back. This is with the wisteria stamp there and one of the greetings. Then we have the magnolia. Now, magnolia, well, all of these flowers, you don't have to colour them in the colour that they are supposed to be.
Absolutely right.
Why not have a blue magnolia?
Yeah.
Why not? And again, Nick's used those frames on there as well. They look beautiful. Then we have the Christmas rose. So again, using those frames to mat and layer and colour in with all your inks, your alcohol markers, anything that you so should wish. There is the Christmas rose. So that doesn't scream Christmas there, does it?
Not at all.
That's just, you know, any time of year. Yeah. Enjoy the day. So again, using the sentiments and the stamps with some background papers. Some days you just have to make your own sunshine.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? And also then, using into your mixed media.
Wow.
So this is a canvas.
That's gorgeous.
We've done some stenciling on there. We've used the stamp there too, colouring in. Just a nice inky project there. But how nice is that for your home decor as well?
I love it. And again, shows you, doesn't it? Card projects, home decor projects, absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Lots of you just saying how much you love all of the deals so far. Carol Cooper says, lovely to see you, Sharon. Be gentle with Ben.
Was I not? Was I not?
I thought you were gentle yesterday. Pammy's cooing over the pastel green cardstock.
Yeah.
Gilmore saying the papers are glorious. Pammy loves the beautiful jewel tones. Radical Rachel's getting the flowers wrong like I was.
We've got Denise there from our design team.
Did you clean stamps and stencils?
I texted her. I said they're all fine. She's okay.
I'm keeping an eye on for you, Den. Don't worry about it. Scrap Paper Scissors says, what lovely cards. And Mary Kay Knoll says, good morning from Wisconsin. I'm loving this collection. Yeah, you're not going to go wrong with florals, are you? And it's not like a niche collection or a collection you're only going to use
It's timeless.
Once. Timeless.
Absolutely timeless are your flowers. Yeah, definitely.
I love that collection. Don't get me wrong. I think it's amazing. I think it's multi-purpose. We use it all the time. I think this is my favourite.
You love this as well.
The vintage, because I think again it's a set that you know, you will use year round for all occasions. And I just don't think you see a lot of these kind of designs in crafts.
No, absolutely.
It's a really fantastic set. It's toys of yesteryear, isn't it?
It is, it is. Shall I do the dies, Ben, if you're doing the boards?
Yeah.
What you want, boys' toys?
Boys' toys,
So this is your boys' embellishment set. You've got a train here, a robot. You've got your little Indians, cowboys and Indians.
Yeah.
They would go with the castle.
Yeah, they
the
would.
Jubilee Castle we had yesterday.
You've even got the little green, little army men.
Okay, Ben's reliving his childhood.
And I am. I used to collect them in little bags, didn't you?
Did you?
Yeah, you used to get like 50 or 60 in a bag for about 50p back in the day.
Oh,
yeah. And I used to line them all up. I used to line them all up, and then you used to get your little toy gun, didn't you? And mine used to have the little stuff, and then you used to shoot them and knock down the soldiers. Oh yes.
So a really nice mix here. But that's the thing, Ben, it does evoke memories for you as well. You know, you are going to be thinking about toys of yesteryear. But also, because you've got the vehicles on here, again, goes into men's cards with the like the old-fashioned train and the plane there too. So really handy.
Now we've also, going back even sort of further, I suppose, for the kids, the building blocks.
Yes.
Super cute.
Yes, yes. Loads of kids love building blocks, don't they? Now, as we've said, Dawn always likes to give you value for money. So on here, as well as your building blocks edger die, so this is an edger die that will cut into your card or as an embellishment on your card, you've also got the little floral elements as well.
Yeah.
So you've got extra bits with this set.
And what would make this set even better? Because when you think of building blocks, you think of letters and numbers, don't you? It'd be handy if we had letters and numbers in here, wouldn't it?
Well, here we go.
Wow, almost as if
by magic. As if by magic. And I like this font because it is that kind of balloon toy themed font, you know, children's font. It's nice and clear as well. So you can see there on the ABC on the top there, you get your matte and layer for your letters and your numbers. We've even got hashtag there because people like to be down with the kids, you know, it's all hashtags.
Hashtag down with kids.
Absolutely. So you've got numbers on here as well as your letters, but a nice clear font, I think, really nice. You've got your exclamation mark and your question mark. So if we just go back to the building blocks here, so you could actually have Ben spelled out on there, couldn't you? With a little flower on the bottom. So they would correspond beautifully with there.
I can show you.
Yeah,
one of Denise's projects, this.
Oh, there we go, Den. So she's personalised that as an age card as well, because we like to make cards for children with their age on, don't we?
Yeah.
So really, really good. You could use this also in your scrapbooking, your letters and numbers, and also really good for children for spelling. You know, a fun way of getting them to learn their spellings for school. You know, pop a little magnet on there, and you've got them on the fridge.
And again, once you've got an alphabet, once you've got numbers as well, it's total personalisation for all sorts of cards for all sorts of people. Next up, the little girls.
So you've got your rag doll here, we've got a pram, we've got the crayon, the duck, and again you've got your floral elements there. So these are really, really cute.
That, old rattle there.
Yeah,
how cute is that?
I love the crayon as well.
Oh yes.
Love that. I think that's really useful.
That's so cute, isn't it?
And balloons.
Yeah, of course.
Balloons. Always need the balloons. So that is really, really cute, I think.
There's still more. There's more. We're still going. Again, I mean, talking about amazing toys of yesteryear, how cute is that
rocking horse. And you've got best friends written on here as well. How beautiful is that? Lots of different elements there to decoupage up. You're having far too much fun there, Ben.
Yeah, wish I could still fit on a rocking horse.
And the little flowers there as well, so you could put flowers in the mane of the horse.
Amazing.
But how cute is that?
I still remember we had a rocking horse as a kid. He was called Neddy. I don't know.
Neddy?
Neddy, yeah, little rocking horse. He was like beige with a little black mane. And the dies which you guys have been absolutely loving and buying individually, I think the most popular still is our Ted, isn't it?
Now, I think you're going to love this because yesterday we dressed the corgi. Today you can dress the teddy.
And he's got a waistcoat.
Yes. He's got his little bow tie.
He's got a cravat.
Yeah.
Glasses.
How cute is that?
Oh, come on.
How cute. And I think, as we said earlier, teddy bears are timeless.
Oh, absolutely right.
You know, even us grown-ups like a little teddy bear, don't we?
I still have my teddy bear from when I was born.
Do you?
Yeah, he's called
Teddy
Bashful.
bears can be worth a lot of money, can't they, as well?
He won't be. He's got no fur. He's only got one eye, and he's got stitches in all sorts of places. But look how cute
But
that is.
I think Teddy Bear could very well be our most popular today because he's so cute.
Can I just show you as well? How cute is this? So we had these on the other day, our pop-up box dies. Create your own toy box with these.
How cute is that?
Oh my
really,
goodness
really
me.
cute. That is lovely. So again, Sarah's used all the dies there with the cut into colour that we'll come on to, but also that font there, that alphabet.
He's got his glasses on!
There he is, look, there he is. He's got his little toy car as well.
Yes!
Yeah.
Little plane flying around. It's like the sort of toy room coming to life, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I know we're supposed to be showing you the stamps, but I just need to show you a few more cards first, because literally, how cute are these?
Beautiful, beautiful. And that's using the stamp, a stencil that we've got on the show as well.
Yeah.
That like knitted jumper effect, which is really good, useful background.
We've also got the cutting colouring packs as well, haven't we?
We have.
Which you're seeing a lot of different designs of, come on, how cute are these? Seriously, we'll show you
Really
all of
lovely,
these
aren't
in a
they?
second.
Really lovely.
So those are your stamps. So 137 dies in total. Plenty more to show you. £57.60 or $76 each if you're platinum. Then we are also quickly going to show you the stamps.
So again, stamps correspond with the dies.
Right.
So you can then stamp onto your die cuts to then add the definition.
So again, if you want to go for the full collection of dies on their own, they work on their own. Full collection of stamps on their own, they work on their own. But then you can mix and match up individually,
of course,
right?
of course.
Yeah.
So if you're more of a stamper, you might want to go for the stamp bundle. If you're more of a die cutter, you might want to go for the die cut bundle, or you might want to treat yourself and go for your favourite ones where you get both. You might want to double treat yourself and go for both bundles. Then you've got the whole lot.
Do you know what the genius about this set as well is? Like, I know it's obviously like a vintage set, but this is going to like cover off everybody, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
So, sometimes you'll get like a stamp or die set, which is a bit too cutesy to make a card for a grown-up. But this is going to be great for the kids, but then also transport the adults back in time.
Exactly, Ben, because I know I could make a card for you with that boys' toys.
Yeah.
You'd be in your element.
I would absolutely love it. I mean, if you made me a card with Ted, I would be doing cards around the studio.
Exactly.
£31.97 or $42.62 is the deal on this one. Let me again just show you a few cards. Just whilst I'm showing these, if you want to pop over the other side of the studio,
of course. I'll meet you over there.
Squeeze in a quick little demo. But as we said, these effects. Look at Ted again. I'm sorry, you're going to see a lot of Ted because he is absolutely the cutest thing. And if you love the texture detailing around the back here, these stencils are on the show. You've also, of course, got the lace frames that you can use to create the matte and layers here too. I mean, literally sorry, I'm going to show you Ted again. Sorry. Erin's just saying, Ben, you need to be quiet. Stop showing all of the Teds because we need to do a demo.
Step away from the Teds.
I would like to show you Ted for the rest of the 20 minutes, but I've been told she's separate. I've got to hand over to Sharon. Do you want me to come over?
Come on over.
You start and I'll walk over.
I'm doing a boys' toy, so come on over. Now we do have stencils on the show as well. Which you've just seen. You've seen the knitted stencil, but I'm going to use the gingham. So you've seen that one, okay? So I'm going to use the gingham, and I'm going to show you a little trick with this. So we are going to start. Let's start with the pink, and as we did yesterday, you can just go straight on with your inks. And as we said yesterday, you can ink through these, you can spritz through them, even strong enough, these stencils, to run through your Gemini and emboss with them.
Oh, yes.
Do you want to just wave that bit of green paper in front of...
So do it here?
Yeah.
Look at that. So that, we showed you yesterday. This is why we were oohing and ahhing about the stencils. Yeah. That's a stencil that's done that emboss. It is. Just one of these, just through your Gemini with your embossing mat, and you've got that lovely textured feel there. Yeah. So you're making your own textured cardstock. Absolutely.
Really,
right.
you know?
Fantastic.
So if we just reveal here, that's beautiful, isn't it? Just with the pink. But then what we can do is reline the stencil on here. If you're new to stencil, you might want to, use your low tack tape, but we're short on time, so I'm just going for it.
Did say yesterday, though, didn't we, how craftable stencils are, particularly for newbies.
Absolutely.
They're such a must-have product, I think.
Yes, definitely. And you know, this is simple, just inking through a stencil, but how effective. So then, when I do the reveal, we've made, I've got a little bit off, but we've made then a gingham background. So if I bring this one in, that I obviously took more time on, just with blues.
Okay.
So just by moving that stencil over, we have then created that background. So we're then going to use some of the boys' toys stamps, which I know you absolutely love. And we're going to use one of these backing papers. We didn't get a chance to show these, but these come as part of your cut into colour. So I've got a 7x7 card, which I've just folded back on itself. And then I'm going to open this up and we're going to pop this down, just cover the whole side of.
So the cut into colour again for people who can see yesterday. So you get backgrounds like this, but you also get like your images. So
if I just bring this one in to show you,
perfect.
Absolutely packed full of images that will go with the dies. So if you're going for the dies, you can go for this pack. They will mirror up, just low tack tape through your die cutting machine, and you've got them ready coloured.
Yeah.
So if you're not, if you're not a stamper, that's done the work for you there. So we're just going to use this. This paper is just so fun.
There's so many lovely cooing comments coming through. Loving this collection, says Mary. Miriam says, I'm loving the florals. Such a softie for florals. They're gorgeous.
Oh, yes.
Miriam Robinson on YouTube says, the teddy bear is so adorable, isn't he?
He is,
He looks just like my childhood teddy. I'm thinking later on the later shows, we need
to name the teddy.
We'll name the teddy, but also, and I know we're having still a few gremlins, but if you can send through some pics and if we can show them.
Oh, that would be nice.
Pics of your Teds.
Or your vintage toys.
Or your vintage toys.
Have you still got your vintage toys?
Who's got a toy from yesteryear? Who's
Yeah,
got, like,
absolutely.
An old rocking horse or some toy cars from years
Absolutely.
gone by? Love that idea.
We do have these frames on the show as well, which we haven't had a chance to look at. But that's what I'm using here, and I'm using the blue and green cardstock as well. So that beautiful pastel blue on there. So that's just going to go on there for our background. I had a Cindy house when I was younger, and I wish I'd kept it now.
House.
Would have been worth a fortune, wouldn't it?
Would have been. Were you more
We don't think of that.
Cindy than Barbie then?
I was, yeah.
Wasn't Cindy the UK's version of Barbie?
I think so. Erin might know if she's.
No, Erin's not heard of Cindy.
Oh, but you've heard of Barbie though.
Yeah, Barbie.
Yeah, so Cindy must have been
Cindy
UK.
must have been the UK one.
Yeah. Oh, I had a pony, she had a car, she had a lift going upstairs.
Did she?
Yeah, she did. So I've just popped that across there. Then we have got our little robot.
Robert.
Isn't he cute? Robert, okay. Or Robbie.
Robbie robot.
So I'm just going to finish colouring him in.
I bet he does like that.
Just with alcohol markers. So you can do this with the children as well.
With
so much fun. All the big kids,
Sharon.
I'm sure there was a toy like that, I seem to remember a blue robot like that.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah.
Sure there must have been.
There must have been.
It was always like the Transformers back in my day. You had the robots which then changed into cars or trucks and stuff. That's what we used to have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that was our technology back then, wasn't it? We didn't have all these computer games and consoles and things, did we?
We had to use our imagination.
We did.
With our toys.
We did.
See?
I might just raise him up on 3D foam. So we've got Robbie the robot. Oh, Robert, sorry.
Robert. Well, Robbie to his mates.
Sunday name,
Yeah.
We had jumbo foam roll on the show yesterday, didn't we?
We did. 95 metres worth of foam roll.
Huge.
Still be on the web, I'd imagine. Want to pick it up?
Yeah. So we've got our little robot there. I've got more time than I thought. Thank you, Erin.
Don't worry, I can fill it for you if you finish early.
So this is our card so far. Okay, so we've got Robbie the robot. Then from the stamp set, we have got the rocket on there. So what I did with this is I die cut using the dies just in that white stamping card, and then I've stamped over in black to add then the definition, but you still got the debossed effect on there. So that's our little rocket, and then we took the aeroplane on there.
Biplane.
So that's Oh, I'll just move that there so you can see.
Used to have those. I used to have one, and it used to be on like a string, and you could hang it from the ceiling.
Okay.
And then you'd spin it round and flick it on, and it would fly. It'd fly
Right.
around on the string.
That reminds me of like the polystyrene ones that you used to fit together.
Yeah.
Used to come in a little paper bag, didn't they? Yeah, cute.
Used to buy them for about 20p, I think, back in the day. Weren't they, eh?
20p.
20p.
Couldn't even get a loaf of bread for that.
You
now,
go into
could you?
town with a pound, you could buy yourself a little aeroplane, buy yourself fish and chips, and still have enough money for the bus fare home. Don't know why I did that voice.
No, I don't know why you did that voice. I can remember going to the cinema for £1.
Can you?
Saturday night tea time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just remember
£1.
having £1 like back in the day. I mean, you could it would last forever, wouldn't it?
Yes,
It would last
absolutely.
forever.
It really would. Then on one of the die sets, we've got, look how cute are these?
Oh,
Little jigsaw pieces. So when we embellish boys and men's cards, you know, it's quite hard because on a lady's card we'd put a butterfly, we'd put a gem, we'd put a flower. These are really nice embellishments for boys' cards, I think. So let's just pop that back in the right place.
I'll thank our Rachel for sending in the picture. I'll show it in just a few moments' time. Radical Rachel, who's doing our socials today, has sent in the picture of her Ted, Grizzly
Bear.
32 years old.
Oh,
now.
wow.
Yeah. I'll tell you
yeah.
there so you can see. Hello.
Oh, he's well loved, isn't he?
Isn't he? Super
He's
cute.
gorgeous.
Can't get rid of your Ted. Mine's called
No.
Bastion. I'll see if I can find a picture of him for the later shows.
Aww. So I'm just adding some of these little jigsaw pieces on here. Whoops. For our embellishments. And then we've got a blue one down there.
Such a great shout, though, isn't it? You made a point of saying that it's hard to embellish blokes' cards. But
It is, yeah, they're lovely. They are lovely. Let's get another one.
That reminds me as well of our UK viewers. We were chatting about this the other day. You remember the TV show Button Moon?
Yes.
With Mr. Spoon?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Off to Button Moon.
Yeah.
his
Used to
rocket.
love that.
Great show.
Yeah. They don't make them like they used to. Do they, Ben?
Not anymore.
So we'll pop our last little jigsaw piece there. So we've got Robbie the Robot on our 7x7, using those backing papers. We'll have a look at those later. But yeah, so you could use, so I could have, instead of stamping, you could have cut these out with the dies. There's the robot.
And that's a great,
there's the plane.
great thing, because Denise
the
Mills was
rocket.
just asking, so she said they missed it. So the dies, they can cut out the images on the cut-out sheets, can't they?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
but then you've also got the stamps as well.
Absolutely. So this just to recap, is from the cut into colour, and you get the background papers as well. So these will correspond with the dies. You just place your die on, your low tack tape, run it through your Gemini.
Yep.
Absolutely cram-packed. Absolutely cram-packed with those. Or you can use the dies with your cardstock, or you can die cut and then stamp onto your die cut to add the definition, which I did with those. So they're very versatile products. If you're just more of a stamper, then you just might want to stamp and colour to your heart's content. If I just show you a couple more while we're here. Love this.
Brilliant.
With the chest of drawers. So these have been used with those, the cut into colour there. So such a good idea, isn't it? Again, using the stamps. And again, using those jigsaw pieces and the background papers. This one I went for more of a vintage theme.
And that again shows you, doesn't it? That's a guy's card, isn't it? Really,
Yeah,
as opposed
absolutely.
to maybe one for the kids.
Yeah, it might be one for granddad,
Yeah.
for an uncle. We've got Father's Day coming up as well. So just by using different ink pads, changing the colour, you can get some different looks for those. Here he is, Robbie the
great.
Robot
Making their
again.
backgrounds again
So
there.
yeah, so background with the stamp and then the cut into colour in the middle. So everything will work together. That's lovely with the images there, with those words there too. Again, background, those little soldiers on there. Love this one as well. Just stamped and coloured, ripped edge, but looks effective. And then again using the
Alphabet.
alphabet, that's the word, thank you.
Fantastic. What a brilliant collection. Make sure you shop the day page. We'll show you much more later on. Sharon's going to be with us right throughout the day once again. But if you love the vintage toy stamp collection, that's what the details are on the screen at the minute. It's a £10, $19 saving, $31.97, platinum, $42.62. I'm going to take your card with me over the other side of the studio because we're going to start the votes. Whilst I head over there, I shall throw you over to Jan, who's in the comfy area, to get the demo of the show vote started. What you got, Jan?
Right, I feel a little bit sort of guilty sat here with my own cards, but yeah, we're going to vote for card of the show this morning. So we've got 3 entries. The first one was that beautiful bow template that we did top of the show. All right, so that's entry number 1, just showing you all that dimension on there using the 3D templates that are coming up later at 2 p.m. So that's number 1. Number 2, we use those beautiful silhouette stencils and stamps on an ink background there just to create that lovely fairy. So that was number 2. And then if I hand over to Ben, he's got our Sharon's make for number 3.
Which is the one that you have just seen a few moments ago with so there you go, that is number 3. So 1, 2 or 3, you've got about 3 minutes to get your vote in, I would say. Can I apologise for the mess over here? I mean, I am blaming Sharon for bringing in so much stuff. I mean, I don't know whether I'm coming or going. You think I was in the mess yesterday in the last show? Wait till 7 o'clock tonight. This stuff will be all over the place. I won't know whether I'm coming or going. I do know. No, I need to show you very quickly your cut into colour pack. Now, you will have, if you were watching yesterday, you'll know all about these. But it's a really clever system. So this is to work with your vintage toy collection. 36 A4 sheets, 260 GSM. And you've got 12 designs in here, 3 sheets of each. So as you've seen, if you've bought the dies, particularly, I think this is a great thing to go for because you've got all of those images there that you're going to cut the dies into to create, some fabulous images. The robot, the car, you've got the spinning top in there too, and it's just such a lovely system to be able to work with. All of the dies for the girls' toys as well. And then on top of that, your rocking horse is in there with all of the little embellishments, even the little flowers and the little saddle there you can use. And then you've got a whole selection of different backgrounds included. Again, more of the toys in different colourways as well. So it gives you plenty of choice. And as we were saying, particularly with this collection, if you go for this, you've got all of these to be able to cut out. If you go for the stamps, then you can use those in conjunction with the dies as well. So you've just got so much choice when it comes to this collection. So £11.99 if you want to pop this into your basket as well. That's your platinum price here in the UK, or $15.99. Really beautiful papers, and as I say, super handy to work in conjunction. There's that teddy bear. Work in conjunction with those dies as well. Also very popular, and you saw just a little snapshot of these on some of the cards we were showing you a few moments ago, the rectangle stitched die set. A great addition to the vintage toys, but again, as we were chatting about, just a super set for all sorts of different cards, all sorts of different projects. 16 dies in total here. I mean, so you get a load of metal for your money once again. Again, look at that price, £13.59, $19.71. You've kind of seen that across the board with the dies that you've got on this show. And once again, it gives you the ability to create all of these different sized mats and layers potentially, right down from your bigger size to your little teeny weeny ones. And again, great for you kind of if you want to create those sort of layers of dimension. You've got 16 dies in total to be able to do that. $13.59 or $19.71. I've just seen the time and realised I'm running out and I need to speed up. This is a right old mess. John's going to be like, "What have you done with my set? What did you do?" Next up is the cozy knit. So again, you will have seen a little bit of this on some of the cards already, but look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, a lovely complementary stencil to use in conjunction with the vintage toys, but again you'll see use for that with so many other dies that you'll already have in your collection. $3.99, $5.79 is the detail there, and don't forget, you know, a fantastic stencil, but if you saw earlier on how beautifully those emboss as well, they'll give you a really lovely deep emboss too. You've then got your gingham, which again super cute to use in conjunction with your toys. It's almost like that little play mat, isn't it, or that blanket in the toy room, in the kids room. But again, use your different choice of colours to work that in with all of your other collections, and once again you're going to get that absolutely stunning emboss as well. $3.99 or $5.79 platinum. And then last but by no means least, have I covered everything on the show? Thank you. I'm getting a round of applause from Nicola, but not Erin. Your vintage toy, it's fine, I'm used to it. Your vintage toy pearl card. So once again, take a look at all of this glorious 50 sheets of 300 GSM cardstock, and I think all of the colours here, of course, are going to work beautifully for the toys that you've got within this set. But again, just a lovely sort of stash builder in a whole host of different colours that potentially you might not have seen before. You've got your sort of boy tones, girl tones in there too. 10 colours, 5 sheets of each. Price is phenomenal again, £13.59 or $19.71. I think we should have a result by this point, so let me just quickly check my tablet. They're just saying in the gallery, look at the mess you have made. We're back in an hour. It's going to take them an hour to sort it all out, isn't it? Miriam says, my sister and I had a chatty Cathy. I don't know what that is.
I did.
Oh, hang on. What's a chatty Cathy, Jan?
It was a bit scary, actually.
Oh.
She was about this tall. It was a doll.
Right.
She was about this tall, and if I remember rightly, there were buttons on her back that you pressed, and she spoke to you. But it was a little bit scary as a child. Yeah, I had one bought, I think it was a Christmas present. But yes, dark hair, mine had, and it stood. And then you press these buttons and it had set phrases that it said. But yeah, a little bit freaky.
Miriam says, I had a chatty Cathy. I gave my sister's doll chicken pox with a black permanent marker and I cut her hair. I told Sis she would get better and her hair would grow back. Sis was not happy. And we've got a result in the demo of the show. One,
the bow. That was me. I was sat there, yeah. Look at that. Thank you, guys. Really pretty, yes. Going to look at more of these at 2 o'clock.
Yes.
Yes, we'll look at the other designs and get some more demos in with these.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Well done, Jan. Thank you so much. Jan will be here for the launch, the official launch at 2. And Sharon, you're going to be back with us at 3.
Back at 3, yes.
Yes, with some more great demos. That is 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. It's going to be a brilliant day. Don't forget, it'll be a 3-hour show once again for you. So 2 hours of launch day and sandwiched in between more from Sharon and Dawn Bibby Creations. If you've got stuff in your carts and your baskets, get them checked out. I'm going to sort... Actually, no, I'm not going to sort this out. John, come and sort out my side of the studio.